deep sigh. I turned on the audio right as you had this like type of sigh.
Listen, Camera Mendy.
What?
I don't have a screen up there. Are we live?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't have a screen up there. I can't see anything that we're doing today. Hello, friends. This is one of the lowest budget production levels of our low budget production that we've ever had. So I'm going to do my best to make it through this without being able to see anything that Camera Mandy puts up on the screen.
So some context.
Uh-huh. Yes.
So,
are you showing yourself right now? See, this is what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry. Hi, folks. So normally, here I can maybe scoot. Normally, there's a screen, a television screen that sits right there.
Yes.
And Alphinius looks at that screen when I like show like social media or anything that we're talking about.
Yes. So it enables me to actually know what we're talking about.
Yes. But we have been improving for the Darkenhaven for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And they have taken our screen to use as like a giant TV for everyone to look at the stuff. And so the TV is now upstairs and not down here. And Alphinius is being very dramatic about that. Now, I, as an adventurer and a player of D&D, like to think that we can be solution-oriented and make this the best stream that we've ever done.
The best stream that we've ever done.
With a can-do attitude.
I'm a can-do guy, and I've got the flarp. And when you have the flarp, oh, there it goes. It takes a lot of work to get the flarp sometimes.
Listen,
there it goes.
We have a first-time chatter.
Oh, hello, first-time chatter.
Pebble 99.
This is not good. Now, there's another thing. This is a problem, friends. Okay,
what? So
Facebook, right, makes it harder and harder for you to be able to run a group. This is why I like Discord much more, but Discord is more difficult for long-term communication. It's very immediate, right? But Facebook has now limited how many people we can invite to our Goo Morning Zyathé. So I was able to send out about 600 invites, and there are 2,600 people in the group. This is the group that you all and we together made together for Facebook. That a lot of people come on Facebook because that's one of the things that they like. But Facebook makes it harder and harder all the time for me to actually be able to communicate with you using Facebook. They throttle anything that might even have the whisper of an advertisement on it, even if it's not. Yes, I am starting to rail against Facebook, Camera Mendy. I'm starting to think it might be time to move on.
You know that you're not going to.
Oh,
this is what we call in the biz an empty threat.
What?
Yes, an empty threat. Oh, look, I can go like this and we can both be on screen. Because my hat is like a regular baseball hat today, I have a lot of space.
Oh, yeah, you do. You got a lot of room up there.
I'm going to just move this down.
Yeah, you got a lot of over your head space.
Pebble 99, welcome to Goo Morning Zyathé. Enjoy the low budget quality of it. It is what we are known for.
All right, we're going to get right to it, Camera Mendy.
Yes.
Are you ready? All right, my friends, first and foremost, today, yes, we have a couple things going on. First, you'll be able to do another entry in the great Tiamat giveaway. And as you know, these are bonus entries when you attend Goo Morning Zyathé and enter for the Tiamat. Yes, you get a bonus entry, which, of course, as we are all sort of math people, because we roll these dice all the time, we have to do math all the time. Yes, we know very clearly that improving your odds improves your chance of winning. Yes, ha-ha! I have just said a very important thing, Camera Mendy. Many people do not know this.
That increasing
your odds improves your chance of winning.
People don't know this?
Yes, put a dot to a dot right there. Yes, very good.
Okay.
So anyway, so the Tiamat. Yes, that is one thing. Plus, on top of that, we are going to give away another of the big old Darkenhaven maps. Yes,
I really love when you do two giveaways at the same time. It makes my life really easy.
Yes, because they can enter both at the same time.
And not stressful.
I think we should have them two different entries.
It just, yeah, I know that's what you think, but
yes, Camera Mendy.
You know, I'm tired.
Oh, you poor dear.
Anyway.
You poor young person, you. Which you have old bones.
What are you going to say when I get, because I'm going
all right,
up
so
on
more
40,
than that,
you know what I'm saying.
more than that, we're going to continue. Because,
okay, go ahead.
Because we are also going to continue our little discussion and tour of the world of Zyathé. Yes,
Aww.
so we're going to.
Mr. Blawface said, low budget protection, high quality value. because it's free. So
Yes, everything that's free is high value. Well, that's not
it
true,
only
no.
costs you your time, which is the most valuable thing that you have.
It's
Yeah,
true.
so-
It's true.
Anyway.
No, thank you. That is marvelous, my friends. So we're gonna do this little slideshow that we have put together. We're gonna do some social media, and we're gonna have a little chat. And also, I'm gonna ask your opinions about a few things in this thing, Cameramendi.
Oh.
So I don't want you to. I want you to not. I don't want to forget this. Did you happen to cut out the F-home map from?
I was going to pull it out of my email.
Oh,
Wow.
good. I want you to.
Captain Shenanigans just gifted 10 subs, and we have a level 2 hype train.
Oh,
going.
we're hyping. I feel like we're
Hi.
hyper all the time. Yes.
Yeah.
It's so righteous, dude.
Yeah, don't say no, it's going to lose its specialness. It's always special.
Oh, it's
always special when we get hype.
Who. I don't even know what it means. What? Okay. Can someone in the chat or someone who really knows,
Oh, we're at level 4.
what does it mean when you have, what does it really mean to
Okay.
be a hype train?
Here's the thing.
Because I know Soul Train. I just don't know hype train.
Well, a hype train is like everyone's hyping you up.
So like,
it's
what,
like
what
a-
does that mean?
It's like a soul train, but like, okay, but the idea, so you are a marketing person.
Yes, of course.
So listen, for anyone who doesn't know, by trade, like this is our side hustle, but we really run a marketing agency.
But a side hustle is supposed to make you money, Cameron.
I think side hustles are also for passion projects.
It's true. I agree
Okay.
with that completely.
But like in our day jobs where we do actually make money is through marketing.
Yes.
So Twitch figured out, and like this doesn't mean that we don't like hype trains or don't want hype trains, but let's talk about like the psychology behind it. So Twitch has figured out marketing wise that a way to get, hype
People to
going.
pay money.
Yes, exactly. Is through like giving more emojis out, doing hype trains.
But what does a hype train actually do?
It just means that like everyone, so like someone gets hype and then you get someone else hype and then they get someone else hype and everyone gets hyped together.
So it's kind of like a chain thing. Okay. All
It's
right.
like, like so someone's hyping someone else up and then they get hype and then,
And that's why sometimes people pop in that we don't even know.
Yeah,
Because
because
of
then
the hyping.
when you do this kind of stuff, it puts us further up in the algorithm. It tells Twitch that we're an interesting low budget production that deserves more viewership. And then,
Well, somebody did tell me our viewership is in the top 5%.
Yeah, well, okay, you have to look at it like as a sliding scale. I'm sorry, I know you guys didn't come here to talk about Twitch, but I'll just say this. A lot of people like start streams and they get like, sometimes they don't have anyone watching, sometimes they have 1 or 2 people, and like that's the vast majority of streams. But then you kind of slowly start building up. And the fact that, like, for instance, we have 50 people right now watching us on Twitch is pretty incredible. So,
well, thank you all for being here and for joining us on Saturday mornings. As I've told you many times, if you've been here around, it is wonderful to be with you. We enjoy this, Cameraman, and I love it. So, why don't we do the F-home map? Let's just do it. Can you do that? Or do you have
I need to pull it up first. So why don't we start with social media?
All right, let's do
while
social
I pull it
media
up.
because we got some great ones.
I'm turning my
She's turning the
screen
so I can look over there.
See what I have done here.
Yes.
Well, I guess I need to cut to myself. Is I have now positioned my screen so he can see it,
Which is why I'm looking to my right instead of to my left. Because normally when I'm talking to Cameraman, I look like this.
Yes.
So because the studio is backwards. Because we're a low budget production.
Welcome to Goo Morning, Zyathé.
All right, what you got, Cameraman? Let's see, because we have had some magnificent things put up in the den. And by the way, for those of you who know, the reason why I love the Gooey Den, the reason why so many love the Gooey Den is because it really is about geekiness and creativity and inspiration and gaming, and it's all these wonderful things that get posted in there, from inspirations for monsters to really weird esoteric places and pictures and interesting thoughts about gaming. Jen just did a marvelous post about the impact of gaming on human beings and what it can do for them.
I missed that one.
Yeah, it's really a great post, and I just appreciate what I perceive as just a wonderful group of creative people and thoughtful people who make this place special. All right, what you got up there?
Okay, side note though.
Side
I would
note.
say Celtic Boar 13. Hello. They subscribed with Amazon Prime. And so you don't even have to pay to support the stream because Amazon Prime, if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, gives you a free sub every month. Now, the only bummer with that is that you have to sub every month with your Prime
because
subscription.
it's kind of a pain in the butt.
Yes.
But thank you for that.
Yes. So just a side note there too. So, and we appreciate you all and we love you all. And also Patrick Kenny finally got back to it with his newsletters.
I know. This is disturbing. This one is very disturbing.
Breaking news: Alphinius Goo or Alphinimat, the tyrant.
There is no Alphinimat.
Mott. I'm sorry.
There is no Alphinimat. Nor Matt. There's no Matt nor Motts. There's neither of them, okay? This is all shenanigans, okay? So this is what I'm saying. So I know you're trying hard. Anyway, so basically, I now am almost an extraplanar being of some type that is trying to destroy Darkenhaven.
Now,
the snail thing, this is the snail thing. So those of you who are new and do not understand, there is a mayor of Darkenhaven, the city in Zyathé, that we will talk about soon because we're about to drop the digitals. That's another secret I'm going to drop here pretty soon on you all. This goofy snail here, is apparently trying to run for mayor of Darkenhaven. Jilla Ambrecht is the current mayor of Darkenhaven, and somehow I got roped into being the third candidate.
You roped yourself
only
into
because I wanted to take away votes from the snail.
No.
Yes, I am what's called a spoiler candidate.
Y'all,
I do not wish to be the mayor.
This is what we call shenanigans. But I will say the amount of times that shenanigans become canon.
No! This is not, the damn snail is not becoming canon. Although the snail is in the box. Isn't it, cameraman?
It's in the box.
It's in the box.
Okay.
It's in the box, but it's not in the books. And if it's in the damn books, I will have a tirade.
It's a bonus. It's a bonus portrait.
It's a bonus portrait
done by Chet Mitten.
Yes,
it's very exciting.
It's magnificent.
Okay.
Anyway, so what's the net of this thing? I am now this.
Oh, there was a whole thing.
I'm a shape changed, seven-headed, nine-headed,
if
seven
you
dragon.
love the idea of like a gossip rag in Zyathé.
The Inquirer, yes.
Yes, okay.
It's right that you should read these. If you don't read these, I think you're making a mistake.
They're very funny, and they're very well written.
Incredibly creative, incredibly funny.
Yes. Okay. Tell us about what is going on here.
All right. So this is a gift from Randy, all right, by a very fine craftsperson named Mike, which is this chainmail. I should have brought it down. I should have been able to show it.
I can go run and get it.
Hurry fast. It's sitting right on my desk. So Randy said, I've got to send you this thing. My friend Mike is this magnificent craftsperson and makes these wonderful, literally chainmail dice bags. And I want to send one to you. And I said, well, that is marvelous. Thank you. And Randy sends me this beautiful gift, which I'll show you in just a second. And it's got the Gooey cube on the front. And on the back, it has goo. And it is really, really wonderful. And this is one of the things that is spurring us forward on adding some things to our store that are from our community members. So he's in the process of making a smaller version because this big version is really big. And I mean, it holds a crap load of dice. But he's going to make a smaller one so that we have two different options so that people can do. Oh, look at that, cameraman.
Put that dice in there.
I can. Yes, look. So this is it, right?
Hold on, let me.
Mandy, can you see? Can they see this pretty well?
Hold on, let me switch you over. Give me a second. There you go.
Okay. Can they see this pretty well?
Yeah.
Because that's really cool. I mean, it's really, really cool. It's got a wonderful, thing here, right? It's got the Gooey cube on the front. It says Goo on the back, and it's incredible craftsmanship. I was looking at the rings, and I was looking at the structure of it, and it's just wonderful, wonderful work. So anyway, so we are, along with a couple of other things, looking at trying to get some things onto our community store, and this is one of the things that we want to get on there, I think. But he's going to send me one of these smaller ones, and then I'm going to show that one off, and then we can go from there. But anyway, that was the Goo thing. That was what was going on there.
I want to make no promises on the community store.
No, we're just going to start adding it to our store.
Well, I'm
just going to add them to our store, and then we don't have to make another store.
This is a whole conversation that needs to happen, and I just want to be very clear that we have a really long
Yes, but
list
adding
of
items to
things
the
do.
store is really easy.
No, it's not. We haven't even added, and we have about a backlog of about 10 things I need to get up in the store still.
Cameraman,
We don't even have the Mornwood up on the store.
Because we haven't finished shipping them.
Y'all, this is also part of Goo Morning Zyathé. This is where me and Alphinius talk out our issues. So
yes, we need therapy.
Anyway,
we need a lot of therapy.
I think we might have a licensed therapist in the chat. So anyway,
if we don't get therapy, we're going to need a lawyer. And I know we got some lawyers in the chat.
Okay. Anyway, all that to say, it's very cool and I love it.
All right. What's next?
So
Oh, Harry's Spider Riders.
Yeah, there's actually 2 from Harry that are very cool.
Yeah, so Harry is a magnificent sculptor and one of our long-term friends, and has a little patron on Mini Factory, my Mini Factory, and actually sculpted and may have one more sculpt to do. Has sculpted all of these wonderful.
Well, this is from Moongate Exploration. This is like.
Oh, this wasn't Harry sculpting?
This is Harry sculpting, but he's doing it for Stacy's.
Oh, yes, I knew. Yes, I should have said
Kickstarter.
that. Yes, okay, I should have said that. My apologies. I should have said that. So, yes, so dear Stacy, who is a marvelous game master and runs wonderful games for us.
Literally one of my favorite people. I got to see her on Saturday at Alexander's birthday party.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I would have been there, but you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, anyway, at any rate, Stacy Magnificent ran this wonderful little Kickstarter, and as part of the world, the place that she made it and crafted, there are these magnificent, interesting spider rider creatures, peoples, and Harry sculpted them and then painted them, and they're up in the den. So fantastic, just wonderful work, and that's again why I say we have all these wonderful creators in our wonderful group. I am incredibly pleased at this community.
Here's another one.
Oh yeah, this guy.
Look at the scale. Look at that scale in the bottom right.
Yeah, so the question to me on this one, Harry, so the question to me on this one is, did you end up giving it a name? Like, is it going to be a droll or a troggle or or is it just going to be a troll? Because I didn't know what it might be. So you if you're watching this morning, you need to put something up there and let us know. But again, it's really good creature, and it does look like it already just ate a halfling.
Okay, next up. So this was last week. Mike posted this, and I don't know what the context of this is, except that he was playing WoW, and then someone said, "Talk to the Wizard of Goo." And is that like an actual World of Warcraft thing?
I have not ever. Now I played WoW quite a bit. Okay, for quite a number of years. And I've never heard of the Wizard of Goo. So if anybody out there in the chat knows about the Wizard of Goo in World of Warcraft, we would be intrigued to understand what that means.
Paul says it is not. So maybe you're just maybe you are becoming your own quest. And when he says talk to the Wizard of Goo, he means at Gen Con, where we're going to be with a booth. I should have taken a screenshot of the booth. I'll find that.
It's in the social media.
Yeah,
I put it up, yeah.
All right. Next up. So this is where our TV is. So you see the TV in this picture.
This is why I can't see anything right now.
Yeah. So it's upstairs and I love this picture, because it is 100%, everyone knows Lawrence is coming out of the army, and it is 100% war room.
It's definitely a war room.
So,
but I want to tell you, let me tell you something, my friends.
What? Sorry,
Darkenhaven.
Uh-huh.
Darkenhaven is coming together like you cannot believe. And I am almost positive. Now, listen, y'all, just if it ends up being Wednesday, don't beat on me. But I'm almost positive we are dropping the digitals on Tuesday of next week for this entire box set, which for all of you who have been waiting so patiently and waiting even more so patiently, as when we thought we were going to get it done, certain things happened in my personal life that changed many things around here for about 9 months. It is like right there.
Yeah,
it's
so good.
It's ridiculous.
It is so good.
And it's so big.
But the problem is that it is so big, and there's lots of things to check. And then I also just want to say this. I know that we keep saying it's like so close, it's almost there, we're going to drop it this week, blah, 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 blah. It is because you have been waiting so long. We do not want to drop it before it is completely ready. And so we've been double and triple checking and just making sure it's as good as it possibly can be, because we know that there's an expectation out there that this is going to blow people away, and we actually want it to meet that expectation.
And by the way, I just want everyone to know we have added considerable amounts of content. It is a much larger thing than was originally scoped when we did the Kickstarter. We did that for 2 reasons. One, primarily, we wanted to reward our backers who really I promise you, your deal was ridiculous, because the price point is going to be considerably higher than what you paid in the Kickstarter, that original Kickstarter. But beyond that, we also it just needed it. It just needed more stuff to make really the city that we dreamt it would be. We think it's going to be, the tools are set up to make running it even more wonderful. We think that you're going to be astounded at the maps at the floor plans, at all of the little accoutrements and the things that we've done in there. We have a wonderful little Game Master map book that corresponds to the large map. So you can put the large maps in front of your players, but they won't have any keys or even street names or anything like that, so that they can really truly explore the city themselves for the first time and learn the street names and find out what locations are what and all of that stuff. And there is, of course, many locations, wonderful little buildings, wonderful little things for you to put your own spice into the soup, as it were. So I think you're going to be astounded. I think it's going to be considered one of the greatest, over time, it will be considered one of the greatest cities ever made for fantasy role-playing. And we have spared no expense. It is ludicrous how much money we have put into it to make it great. So I know I've hyped this damn thing up like crazy, Cameramandy, but man, is it good.
It deserves the hype.
And I got to give a little credit first and foremost to Jens, who was sort of the lead author on that thing, and he's a member of our community. Did a wonderful job, but there's so many people who contributed to it. So the various contributor groups, each individual people put contributions in. Of course, marvelous AJ and Carrie. Got Steven up there working so hard on all the layouts. You know, Lawrence, of course, trying to manage the whole thing because it is just such a massive project. It's anyway. Let's watch your emails. Let's see what happens.
Okay, so Richard had said in the chat, if anyone knows how to do the Amazon Prime subscription, let me know. And so, Richard, I just tagged you in, or I'm sorry, Portholus.
Portholus. Not Portholus.
It's Portholus.
You never want to be called Portholus.
Yeah, but anyway.
Because people don't want to talk about your porthole. I mean, cameraman, do you understand?
Okay. Anyway, so there is a post that I did on Facebook that is a step-by-step guide to how to subscribe using Amazon Prime. So I'm showing it up on screen right now. So just search me, and I posted it like this time last year. Actually, like almost exactly a year ago. It was May 12th last year. That's crazy. Anyway.
Now, I do want to say one thing for all of you. It looks to me like sending invites out is going to become more and more problematic for Facebook going forward. So make sure you subscribe to our newsletter and such like that so you get our emails, because it's going to get hard. I don't understand Facebook. I mean, you know, all these wonderful groups out there that are making content that draw people to Facebook, and they just make it harder and harder and harder to run a group. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever.
There's a question from the chat.
Yes.
Can we get Darkenhaven and Gloomport t-shirts? I will say, let us get Darkenhaven out first, because we still need to get that out.
Yeah, we might have to employ Chet Minton again.
Yeah, and then we will look at getting the shirts done.
But we are going to, maybe I should do this right now, but we are going to add it to the Kickstarter add-ons. We are going to add Darkenhaven on a pre-order basis, because we're going to wait just a few weeks before we go to print on Darkenhaven, because we want to just let it rest for a minute in some of our fans and friends' hands, because they might catch some things that we want to fix before we print. So you're going to get the digitals first, then we're going to wait probably 2 to 3 weeks before we actually send them to the printer to be printed. And then we'll send them out as soon as they're done with that. But the Kickstarter, I don't know if y'all have been watching, there's still about 20% of our backers who have to complete the backer survey. And we are almost at $710,000, okay? Now, everyone knows that we are going to, if we reach $800,000 in this post thing, we are going to do a sequel with Ed Greenwood which is the first Guys and Gags adventure he's doing with us, is called A Trouble with Rats, because many people were clamoring for a first level adventure for Guys and Gags. So that's what we're doing. But he has already said, yes, he will commit to working with us on a sequel to that. So you'll have a first level to second level sort of little campaign thing to do, maybe even to third level. We'll see how it comes together. And he committed to that. I had a wonderful conversation with him. And we're actually going to do some other things with Ed going forward, which I'll fill you in on as time goes on. Isn't that fun, cameraman?
Well, we got quite a way to go. I don't know if we're going to hit it. So.
What do you mean we're going to hit it?
Well, I'm putting...
Oh, no. I am almost positive that by the time all of our backers have come in, we'll be somewhere around 720 to 730. Okay? That's where I think we will be. That will get us the next stretch goal, which I have to put up, by the way. Oh, gosh, I forgot to do that. Because we're going to do the Narchems book. So everybody needs a little bit of illicit drugs in their cities.
Oh, my God.
So I got to do Narchems.
This is a semi-family friendly stream, but PG-13, I guess. Okay.
We have a syndicate, the Oath of Blood.
I know.
I mean, there's assassinations.
I'm going to show this giant hat as a way to.
God, yes. What about this?
Yeah. Hatter's dream. Anyway.
That thing is enormous.
Okay. Anyway, we got to keep going.
All right, let's keep going.
We're just rolling on stuff. Okay. Oh, yeah. Never mind.
What did you owe about?
Nothing. It was something behind the scenes.
I'm looking for your next social media.
I'm trying to find it. Just give me a second.
It's a low budget production, friends.
Okay. People come here for the mistakes. This is what I've been told. This dude is...
Oh, yes. Yeah, the camera Mandy's little hunk.
Here's the deal. Bridgerton season 3 dropped 2 days ago, like half of it.
Yeah.
I think a whole subplot romantic angle with like I can't say like Fabio because we have El Fabio.
No, this is not El Fabio. This is their own. An interesting individual that Camera Mandy said, "Ooh, this is a very hunky individual."
Yeah, J.C. Redkin's about it. I actually think J.C. could write a wonderful romance novel.
Yes, J.C.
Jillian, and this dude.
Yes, there's a little scandal, Camera Mandy, between Gilla Ambrecht and this individual. Yes.
I say mind your own business. But enjoy the gossip. I don't know.
Everybody loves the gossip. Patrick could probably put that on the back of his next rag.
There's Randy.
Oh, yes, there's Randy.
Blood for the Con stuff.
Yes, and Blood for the Con, by the way. That's another thing for those of you, Marcus in particular, who are waiting for the limited edition versions with the autographs and all of that kind of stuff. They are shipping out right now. Yes, they are. And so all of you who have waited patiently for these, they are about to come out as well. Signed by Donnie, Andrea, and yours truly. Magnificent. Yes, and the limited edition cover with a group of individuals that your party may not like so much. We shall see.
Okay.
Anyway, look at that cameraman. Look at how thick that is.
Beautiful.
Yes. This is just an adventure.
So this was wonderful. This is done by Christina.
Yeah, Christina did a watercolor. Yes.
What a cute little face.
Yeah, that's a cute little.
I think we have one.
No, this is our QB. Isn't this the same?
I think though that we have.
No, this is not the QB.
I think we have a specific one.
Yeah, where is that QB?
I don't know. I have so
People
many.
steal my. Oh, I think I see it.
Yeah, he always jumps to people steal my stuff first. It's the truth of it is our studio is just a mess.
You know about the book Who Moved My Cheese? Has anybody heard of the book Who Moved My Cheese? People move my cheese around here all the time.
Ooh, I like this. Grandpa Got Game. I like that. I like that handle.
Grandpa Got Game. That's a new person too. I don't know
who's
Grandpa Got Game. You got to tell us.
Yeah.
The handles are killing us, but they make us laugh. They're wonderful. What's this right here?
Okay, so Thomas Elliott, who's a local. What the? Oh my! Was that?
What was that?
That was your. I think that was the mayor, the escargot mayor. Thing. Sorry, something just fell off Alphinius's chair. Yeah, it was the mayor pin.
One pin made that much noise?
Yeah. Well, it was pretty high up.
Oh, because it was on the ceiling.
No, it was on your chair.
Oh, because it was up above me there.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes,
Everyone, yeah.
That was loud.
I know,
thought something really bad happened.
No.
All right, continue.
Okay. So our friend Thomas Elliott, who is local to Colorado, you'll meet him at Genghis Con. He's really great. He's a good friend of us. Has a new Kickstarter going on. And what he does is he writes RPG games that can be played without a game master. I believe that is
little solos, basically.
Yeah. And so we actually have a couple around the office. I know Alexander and Carrie have played, but the new one is the Hardy Boys role-playing game. And so he has a Kickstarter going for that. So I just wanted to give a little shout out.
Absolutely. I backed it this morning.
Oh, really?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
I am big on backing creators. You know that, cameraman.
Yeah. Awesome.
Ms. Goo always looks at me and thinks I'm crazy, but it's okay.
Well, she doesn't understand.
She doesn't.
It's fine.
What's next?
Okay, this was very controversial.
The controversy. This has been raging in the Gooey Den for nearly a week.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I was hesitant to put it on the stream because it was so controversial. Look at that. 82 comments on this thing.
Yes, and we
Look
don't
at
want
the
you...
number. Look at how many angry faces there are on
Yes,
this.
there's angry faces all over the place. Here is the thing. This is the question, my friends. Are you a 2 space after the period person or a 1 space after the period person? If you're a 3 space person, that's a whole different thing. We won't talk about that. But this is the controversy. It has raged in the den. People are screaming about it, yelling at each other, calling each other names. Yes, it is terrible and really fun. Yes, that is the question. People want to eliminate the 2 spaces. People are saying, you are crazy. We're not eliminating the 2 spaces. People are saying, I'm not going to do it. They're putting their foot down. Yes, Cameramendi. It might be as big of a controversy as the beginnings of Alfabio.
Well, and now Alfabio is also in Darkenhaven.
Yeah, I know. Alfabio did.
There's actually a really
Alfabio
funny...
did become canon.
There is a really funny piece of artwork that I am going to show on the stream.
Oh, you are? Now?
I will pull it up. Yeah, I'm going to show something on the stream.
All right, well,
Stay tuned.
anyway, for you in the chat, just for the hell of it, put #1 or #2 in there.
Oh, they already are.
Oh, they're doing it.
It is already
hashtag.
It is already. Listen, I didn't know that this was a thing. So.
Oh, it's a thing.
Yeah, I know because I'm like a millennial, so I did not know that this was even a controversy. I've never been taught what to.
So in the old days, we had typewriters, and in those days, you have to understand that the way these typewriters worked, you have to understand the way the little keys worked. So they either were a little ball, which came later, or they were these keys that came up. And each key had exactly the same space between it. Does that make sense? You see what I'm saying? So if you typed an F, the space between the F and the E was exactly the same space as between the J and the L. Okay? Now, in typography, before they started doing before they came up with the computers.
I'm sorry, the chat is just angry at each other right now.
Settle down, chat.
It's not a controversy.
Remember, be kind to each other.
It's a population of people being right and a generation of people being wrong. It's not a controversy. You either use 2 spaces or you're wrong.
All right.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna give some credence to both sides here, because we are marketing people, right?
Okay.
So in the old days, when they would do typesetting, okay, long ago, they would take little letters and put them into these things, okay, which held the letters, and that would form the line, and then they would put all those things together, and that would form a page, and they'd put ink onto the things and go put and make a page. That later evolved into typography, where these machines actually did what was called justified type. Or excuse me, not justified type, but I can't remember the name. Anyway, basically, the typography machine accounted for whether it was a F and an E or a F and a J, and based on the spacing between that, it made relative spacing versus consistent spacing between all letters. That was very important. At that time, it reduced the need for 2 spaces after the period, okay? Because you didn't see the single spaces between all of the letters. So it looked odd to not have 2 spaces after a period, because it looked like you were still keeping the same sentence unless you saw the little dot. So this was the beginnings of the controversy. So then as we came out with these computers and we came out with sophisticated typography available to everyone, the space after the period became enough for most people who do typography and design. It didn't need the second space, and indeed, some people believe, again, I am not weighing in on this controversy, cameraman.
Yeah, it's too controversial for us.
Some people believe that 2 spaces after the period with the type of typography that we use now with these machines, right, is too much. So it's too much of a space. So this is the controversy.
Well, it is super interesting. Okay, now.
We should have done a little chart or something. We could have shown people exactly what I was just talking about right there.
Well,
I hope that was interesting.
Yeah, you come for, the TTRPGs and stay for the lessons.
All the stupid stuff.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, here's the deal. I'm about to show something.
What are you going to show?
A handout. This might be controversial.
All right, chat.
Okay.
Get ready.
Yes, and
If it's a naked picture of me, Camera Mandy, you are fired.
This is PG-13.
Okay, good.
I'll rate it as PG-13.
Okay, good.
Okay, are you ready?
Are you showing the baths?
Yes.
Oh!
So, this is a handout from Darkenhaven.
Yes.
And if you just kind of zoom in there, you might notice a familiar face.
It's Alphobio.
Right there.
You have to zoom in more, Camera
Zoom
Mandy.
in even more. Okay. Alphobio is at the bathhouse. And yes, Alphobio has become canon.
I just want to say very
Alphobio
quickly,
is in
this is kind
Darkenhaven.
of some crappy Photoshop work.
You know, the handout is going to be like an 8x10. They're not even going to notice.
Yes,
this is why you don't zoom
Alphobio
in.
is now in the bathhouse of Darkenhaven, my friends.
So, there you have it.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Oh, we gained viewers during that. What do you know?
People just jumped up when we started talking about Alphobio
Oh,
in the
we're
bath.
going into Inception. My bad. Sorry.
Anyway, there is a lot of little fun stuff in Darkenhaven that I think you're going to love. Of course, Camera Mandy, how many portraits of our people?
Old man Taz. Alphobio has 10-pack abs. Confirmed.
You all give me so much joy. I cannot tell you. I have been through such trauma over the last 7, 8, 9 months. And I cannot tell you how much the Gooey Den and this marvelous community has helped lift me up. And I am so thankful to you. It's magnificent. All right, Camera Mandy, what's next?
Okay, so I guess the question is, do we want to do the tour or do we want to do more on Darkenhaven?
Well, let's just do a little on. Are we going to show?
I could show some of Darkenhaven.
I was kind of saving that for next week.
Oh, we could save it for next week. That's fine.
No, that's okay. Let's show a little, and then
Let's just-
what does the chat want? You want to hear a
Yeah.
little more about Darkenhaven? You want to continue the tour? What would you like us to do? Just throw some
Yeah,
things.
so
up there.
Darkenhaven or more Zyathé tour.
Yes, we can do either.
So
And while you're doing that, I will pick up this marvelous chainmail dice bag again. Camera Mandy, it's so tactile. It just feels so
the
good.
problem is that the chat is pretty split.
It's split.
I got
Okay, then
I got tour first, Darkenhaven, Darkenhaven rules, tour, Darkenhaven, tour, Darkenhaven, tour, Darkenhaven, Darkenhaven. So
okay, let's do a little bit of Darkenhaven, then we'll do the tour.
okay, sounds
Just
good.
a touch more Darkenhaven.
We'll just show. I'll show. What should I show? Should I show the portraits?
You could show some of the portraits. You could also show some of the imagery if you want to show some of the handouts. I mean, the handouts are magnificent.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show the portraits. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Just a few, not all of them.
Okay. So hold on. I gotta get to proof.
She's got to dig them out. This is what
Okay.
she's got to do. So.
Ooh, we could show the special item cards. Sorry, there's just so much. There's just so much good stuff here. Okay. Okay. So, and these, by the way, are low res. They're not gonna look like this.
Yes, so they'll be obviously higher
Yeah,
resolution.
these are what we call proofs.
Mhm.
So there's 2 portrait packs in here. So you got character portraits 1 through 54, and then I think we have like a total of like 100 and
Yes,
5?
and then Goomport will have as many as well. And this
oh,
is
they're
what
gonna have Blueport. I think
this is
gonna
what
have
I'm
more.
always so excited about this, because it's not just we give you stuff that you can use just for this. We give you stuff that you could use forever in your campaigns. You can adopt characters. You can move them around, right? We're a toolbox as much as we are the creation of adventures and tales that you can add to, subtract from, right? Mix in with other things, right? And this is the idea, right?
Here's the mayor. Let's read about Jillian.
There's Jilla.
Jilla,
Jilla.
sorry.
Yes. Jilla,
Okay.
Jilla Embrecht.
Was born into the.
We'll
oh,
read
I
it.
didn't know this.
Read it well.
Oh, I'm not
If you,
good.
I can't read it because I
Okay,
don't have it.
Into
so-
the Arnold family.
The
It's
Arnold.
Arnold. Okay.
Yes.
A powerful and wealthy clan in Darkenhaven. However, she prefers to use her husband's last name to avoid drawing attention to her standing. Jilla's rise to power
Just
began.
I have to interrupt you for a second because the Arnold name is a bit tainted, soiled. Yes, controversy. Keep
Mhm.
going, Camera Mandy.
Okay. Jilla's rise to power began when she joined the Merchant League, where she quickly gained a reputation as a shrewd negotiator.
Shrewd.
Her skills were so impressive that the former Lord Mayor appointed her as the Municipal Officer of Mediation, a position responsible for settling disputes among the various trade factions of Darkenhaven. Jilla hoarded, I think I see a double space right there.
No double space.
Jilla hoarded favors during her time in this role, which she later used to leverage her way into the position of Lord Mayor.
Boom, the Lord Mayor. Excellent, Cameramendi.
Jilla's impeccable reputation was recently called into question when rumors began to circulate about her romantic involvement with Gillert. Oh my god, it's actually canon?
Oh, Gillert Antelier, of course.
Oh my god.
Ha
Okay.
The little hunky boy
The
that he
third
is.
son
Yes.
of the
It's
Antelier family.
Steamy story.
It seems like Eskar
Cameramendi.
Goo has some like good. I mean, although I would say this, I think Eskar Goo would be above slanderous accusations that revolve someone's personal life.
Eskar Goo is a figurehead, a figure slug.
Although-
Eskar Goo is a figure slug. There are powers behind Eskar Goo. I think it is the dark faction of the Hatters, by the way, Cameramendi. Yes.
Although there is no concrete proof of the rumors, Jilla's rivals have been using them to tarnish her reputation and damage her political career. You know what? It is so like people to try and take a woman down for having an interesting romantic life. Is all I'm going to say. And go F themselves. I'm now kind of on Jilla's side.
Cameramendi.
I'm sorry.
Did you just say go F themselves?
I'm sorry. I feel for Jilla. Okay. Anyway.
Listen, show a couple of our people.
Anyway. Sorry.
I apologize
This
to
got
all
very-
of you for this tirade
This
by
got
Cameramendi.
very Anyway.
Oh, there's a cob. We don't need to do the
all
cob.
of our people are all down.
Oh, you have to go down a ways.
Hold on, we're going.
Yes.
So okay. Oh, there's
wait,
Thomas.
There's Thomas Means. Yes.
Yes. And
Is Thomas in the chat?
I don't think so.
This is a big deal because Thomas's character is an ambassador from Magdranog. Now, technically, Magdranog and Darkenhaven, the Magdranog, Darkenhaven being part of the Republic of Zoranthia, the Republic of Zoranthia and Magdranog are technically still in a state of war. But an ambassador has recently come. And this is a great little tale because this involves Magdranog, where Hernesh holds sway, the vile desolation, where undead rise of their own accord, and the undead lich lord, Kalnavik, holds sway, and the Republic. And this nice little three thing that's going on there makes for a beautiful stew of tale for you to backdrop in your adventures. I love what is going on there, and I just cannot even tell you. In fact, my party is in the Beunderland right now, which is right at the edge of the Vile Desolation and the Republic of Zoranthia, and some of this controversy is coming to them. Yes, very soon. Ha ha! Yes, Cameramendi. Anyway, Thomas is there. Keep going.
Okay.
So this is Thomas's face made into an orc.
Oh, you're gonna see. There's like 80 portraits that are people in this thing. There's someone that we might know.
Ha ha! Wait, is that the right pipe? Go back.
Yeah, it's the frog.
Okay, good.
Okay. Let's see here.
And what I love about these portraits.
Oh, there's Jacob.
Oh, there's Jacob, Hot Fox, yes, and Natalia probably comes next.
Yep.
Yes, there's Natalia. Yes. And then, oh my gosh, we got so many good ones.
Is she from the Mornwood as well?
No, she is what's her name right there?
Sorinda Owen.
No, she's got a different tale. You can read it right there. No, don't read it. Don't.
Okay.
Don't.
People can read it like if they grab this is an interesting
Oh,
Miro
there's-
Sakani,
oh,
leader
he's
of the
great.
Cutters League.
Yes, so good. Oh yes.
Ooh. Okay, we're getting to there's someone else we might
There's-
know.
But the thing is, I thought you were in the gloom. Isn't Andy's
She's-
practical parasols in the Gloomport?
No, the parasols are in Darkenhaven.
Oh, okay.
The Gloomport is where the Hatters reign and have their little group.
The Vile Hatters.
So, but she goes between
No,
she goes between Gloomport and Darkenhaven.
Got it.
So yeah, but the actual shop for the parasols is in Darkenhaven.
So I do want to say something too, because I really there's some what did we figure out the real number was, counting our people, like 350 portraits or something like that?
No. I actually have the specific number.
How many including all of our people?
280. It's around 280.
Okay, so I thought it was closer.
I would pull up the spreadsheet, but it has people's emails in it.
Yes, I thought it was closer to 400, but it's actually 300. So we have created a world right now where 300 of our friends and fans have characters in the world. I don't think that has ever been done anywhere, ever. And there are more people getting portraits as part of Guys and Gax. People inquire about them regularly. And I just am so astounded that the world of Zyathé has all of these wonderful people are part of the tale.
This
It
is
is.
Allie.
Yeah, there's Ali. She's one of our peoples.
There's
Oh God.
another dude. Hold on, I'm getting to all the interesting people.
Yes, there is Andrea
I love
Arnold.
her
Excuse me,
tattoos.
Arnold, and
Got it.
Commander Donald Arnold. And there is Marvelous Michelle, right? This rainy wind song. Yes, it's magnificent.
Yes, and these are Michelle's nibblings.
Yeah, the nibblings.
Yes, but in the story, they are apprentices at the dojo.
At the dojo.
Yes. There's Casey,
Yes.
Porlock Silvermall. There's Elijah Solrima.
How did Elijah sneak into this one when Elijah was already in the Mornwood?
But like sometimes, but because
I know,
the
because
Mornwood
that's-
is connected to the
it has to be.
Darkenhaven, there's a lot of crossover, and then a bunch of these characters. I don't think we'll do the portraits for both Darkenhaven and Gloomport, but these characters will be referenced in the Gloomport.
Yes.
There's
And so
Jolly.
what I love
That's
about
Keith as Jolly.
yes, what I love about these portraits is you can take them, right, and
There's
it just gives
Adam.
so much more person. Oh, there's your Adam right there. Oh
There-
no, that was
that
Adam.
was not my Adam.
That was
That's Stars Adam.
That's Stars Adam. Sorry, I looked over the corner. I'm
Somerville.
trying to look.
My
through-
Adam is in this though, and this is Star.
There's Star right there.
Yeah, and then this is
Han.
Blade
Or,
Zeus.
yes, that's Hans Blade Zeus. Yes, that's right there.
And this is
Heather.
Heather.
Yeah, there's Heather.
And called there's an inn called, or it's not an inn, it's a bathhouse called the Blue Dragon.
Yeah, the Blue
And
Dragon.
all of these things are related to locations inside the book. So when you go to the Blue Dragon, you also have the NPC art.
Yes. Now this is important because that's Scott.
Yeah.
Now Scott's group is in the Gloomport, so we got to make sure we keep the continuity there.
Yeah.
So I need to check that one portrait. And just what does it say on the back there, real quick?
I got this all confirmed from Scott.
Oh,
Yeah. So
I love that government.
so okay, so this group here is actually like a streaming group called the Welcoming Inn.
Yes.
And they actually are influencers.
The welcome.
The Welcome Inn, yes. And they're influencers, but they also have portraits here now in Zyathé.
Yes.
So these three run the Welcome Inn, and they're also like real life influencers. Although this portrait needs to be fixed because I changed that one. So that's one I got to fix. This is why we call it proofs. Okay. And then this is Kevin Lilly,
Yes,
who's done a ton of writing for us.
Who's a gnome?
Yes. This is Ben Simon.
That's Ben Simon, and that is
Starn.
That is yep. That's
Who will
Starn-
also be in Gloomport.
Starn Thalon. Yes.
This is Doherty.
Todd.
Todd, thank
Yes.
you. Yes. And Master Blacksmith. I mean, there's so many of them I could spend like this is
This is
this is
Tommy
Tommy
Rice.
Rice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tommy Rice and Richard Acne, both.
Not acne.
Ankly.
I'm gonna tell.
Ankly.
I'm telling Richard that you
I was
called him
thinking-
Richard
I had
Acne.
an N in the, I did not say that. Okay.
Everyone in the chat, you heard it first here. He's Richard Acne. He got some big pimples.
I meant ankly. I'm sorry. It's hard to remember pronunciation. Anyway.
Richard Acne.
Shut up.
God, I wish he was watching.
Okay. Oh my God. This is Mystique.
Yes. I mean, it's just so wonderful.
And David Stormer.
David Stormer, yes, with his chicken.
Yeah. Zappo.
Yep. All right, this is probably boring. Chad, are you enjoying this?
They said that they love the portrait.
There's Tyrone,
Tyrone.
right? Who is old broken. There's old broken. There's two Tyrones. There's two Tyrones.
Hey,
This
no
is
spoilers.
Tyrone's.
Less spoilers. This is Randy Romes.
Randy Romes, yep, and there's Ronnie right there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Robert.
Yep, Robert is right there.
Aw,
There's Jim Kenny, yes.
Seamus.
There's Matt.
Matthias Redthorn.
Okay, listen, Whitney, you need to get busy. We need a portrait.
Yes.
There's Anthony,
Me.
magnificent.
Yes.
A little bit of a spot.
Oh, so then here we are. So that was like the first half of the portraits. and
Okay,
then-
we'll show the rest of them later. That's
Okay,
enough.
that's
Show
fair.
some handouts.
That's
Show a
fair.
few handouts.
Although this needs to get moved into the other.
But yeah, we got a little
Hold
work to
on.
do.
Let me just put a comment here before I forget.
See, we're
Comment.
still proofing.
Yeah. Change this portrait. He is in first set. This is how this works. Okay, there we go. Anyway, I just gave some insight.
Okay, so we're screwing up the tour. What time is it right now?
We have 10 minutes. Oh, before we start the tour, hashtag
Which one?
Tiamap. Hashtag Tiamap.
Nobody knows how to spell Tiamat.
It's just like Tiamat with a P at the end instead of a T.
T-I-A.
Hashtag Tiamap will enter you to win both the Tiamat and the Darkenhaven map.
T-I-A-M-A-P. T-I-A-M-A-P. Hashtag T-I-A-M-A-P.
Yes.
Tiamap.
Tiamap. I know.
This will get you your
I came up with
entry.
that on the spot. I feel pretty proud. So,
Come
hey.
on, Mandy.
Okay.
Yes, very, very good. All right.
Okay. So let's go to the
Do you
tour.
have it?
Yes.
Oh, good. Low
Of course I
budget
do.
production, but sometimes we're a little bit on our game.
Okay. So where did we leave off? Did we leave off at Avu Va?
So, we were talking about, you know what, Camera Mandy?
What?
I need to back up a little bit for people.
Okay.
Because people have said they don't really want just tell us what's in the books. They want sort of the inside scoop. Is that right? That's what a lot of people have been mentioning. They want sort of the stuff. So when we were crafting the world, and just so for your own world building, as you think about world building, or if you think about building a world that you want to write books for, or tales within, or all of that kind of stuff, you want everything to have this fantastical realism. I know you all have heard me talk about this a lot, right? It has to be believable so you can maintain the suspension of disbelief with your readers or your players or whomever it happens to be. But it also, for it to have a lot of oomph, right? There needs to be a lot of sort of tension, right? Because without this tension, you don't really get as much drama. You don't really get as much bad and good and all of this sort of who's against us and who's for us and who's doing bad things and who's trying to uplift and do good things and all of that stuff. So this ultimately was the reason for the loss of Avova, because in our minds, to have Avova still fully in capacity, right, would have meant that the creator, the most powerful being, still existed. Right? And being able to, and by the way, that doesn't mean Avova does not still exist. There may be more to that tale as well, but it might be different. But that is coming perhaps in the future. But what we did was, we of course created the gods, which are the one faction of power, and there are three factions within the gods, right? There are the goods and the neutrals and the evils. And so they have their own tension because of that, right? We have this marvelous group, the corruption lords, which were the unintentional creations of Avova when Avova spoke the way of all things to make the Eterniverse and the world of Zyathé. All right? So we have that. And then they came into conflict, and the corruption lords are certainly as powerful as the gods, perhaps even more powerful, but they are now trapped in this never place, right? Because this is what happened in the sort of beginning of all things, when Avova sacrificed himself to save the Eterniverse, trap the corruption lords in the never place, right? And all of this stuff, right? And so that created this sort of prosperity time where the Eterns came forward. Then we had this incredible explosion, this woe of ruin that cracked this crystalline barrier that was keeping back the nether flow. Anyway, all of this stuff most of you know. If you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, I really think it is magnificent lore. And I think that if you haven't had a chance, and we will do this as part of the tour, we will go through the creation story more quickly than we have in the past, just to make sure everyone understands it. But I want to also bring forth sort of the ideas behind it. So now as we advance the story and we advance the building of the world of Zyathé, the creation of the world of Zyathé, what do we have? We have basically three factions that are diametrically opposed to each other. Because we, of course, have the gods, which have their own tension. We have the lords of corruption, which perhaps have their own tension as well, because there are four of them. And then we have this new being returning, which is called Oava'o. And Oava'o is in some ways the reborn Avova, in some ways. But there are other gods that were slain that are also returning along with Avova, and they are together as one. They're called the Nine, which is a little nod to our friend J.R.R. Tolkien. So we have the Nine, we have the gods, and we have the corruption lords, which gives us this wonderful interplay, and they all don't like each other, right? So that is the magnificence of it, right? So they are all against each other. So now this transcends down to the world of Zyathé, where you have the agents of all of these, and they can then now contest against each other. And it gives you a lot of options in terms of the creation of nemeses. because you can bring them from the gods, you can bring them from the corruption lords, you can bring them from even Oava'o. And so that is the foundational stuff that why we did what we did in the crafting of Zyathé and the crafting of the Eterniverse. Now, I just need to ask, is this interesting? Is this boring? Please tell me, because if this is not kind of what you want to hear, I don't want to be wasting your time on Saturday mornings. But if you like this kind of stuff, we'll keep doing it. But if you don't really like it, and it's totally fine to say, I could do without it, right? It's totally fine. Won't hurt our feelings at all. We want this to be fun for you. We want this to be fun for us. And frankly, I could talk about Zyathé all day in all manner of ways, right? We even have it all the way down to the freaking fractional building blocks of the universe. So if it's not something that you enjoy, please say so. But if you like it, say so too, because that helps.
You can also just message us. And if you don't want to hurt Alphinius'
if you
feelings, you can just message me.
No, seriously, you can message. You will not hurt my feelings at all. I promise. We really, really want, this is a show for our community. And I want our community to love what we're doing and to enjoy being here with us and having a fun time and being able to contribute to it. By the way, Guys and Gags contributions are coming. We are going to contribute to Guys and Gags. Gosh, I want to show that Ethel map. I forgot about it. Can we do that last?
Yeah.
Let's just do that last.
Yeah.
And then next week we'll be a little more prepared in terms of not having to do all this other stuff that we had to do ahead of time. We'll revisit the tour here and get a little more deep into the imagery and all of the stuff that we have prepared for that. Because I wasn't planning so much about us talking about Darkenhaven. But we're also going to talk about Darkenhaven. So we got a full, and then we got Robin Geeky coming on here pretty soon, right? And
then we have the terrain talks,
and then we have the terrain talks.
Epic terrain talks with Paul, Joe Adams, and Todd, and that one is going to be super interesting.
Yep, that'll be a lot of fun.
So kind of and we will finally answer the question that everybody asks. Yeah. How do you store all this crap? Yeah. So
for me, it's as basically Ms. Goo says the downstairs is a horrific mess. Why is it like that? And I have to say, I'm sorry, Ms. Goo.
I have my qualities.
All right, show it real quick, and that'll be the last thing that we'll do.
I just need you got to vamp for time for a second.
Oh, okay. All right. So anyway, I'll finish off this sort of thing. So when you're crafting a world, when you're trying to build this world, it is really important that foundationally you build in some of these conflicts, because these conflicts are important in the long term in terms of their influences on mortal beings, right? On the people that live in the world of Zyathé or in your world, whatever it happens to be. And so that magnificent tension, right, is what builds to this wonderful thing we call adventure. Because it's kind of boring if everybody's a bunch of nice people, right? And there's no bad guys to go against, no monsters, no creatures that are trying to harm others, right? Because that's the idea of heroes. Heroes are trying to stop people who would harm others, generally, yes? And that's what makes for great adventure. But you don't have to have it be really one-dimensional, right? That was our idea. Our idea was, how could it be multidimensional?
I can't grab the map. I'm sorry.
Why not, Cameron?
Because it is shared with you. I can show the Facebook post.
Oh, yeah, show the Facebook post. And just zoom in a little bit.
The actual email that I'd have to get access to.
I got the final one this morning from Ed.
Yeah, that's the one I don't have access to because it's too big.
Oh.
It's in a Google Drive that I don't have access to.
Got it. I need to give you access to that Google Drive or something. Oh, he probably only gave it to me is probably what he did. But just bring up the Facebook post.
I'm working on it.
And we can do that. And so we can finish this, because Guys and Gags is also going to be magnificent. I'm so excited about it. And speaking about portraits, right, we have all these wonderful characters from the days gone by of TTRPGs and from the current days of TTRPGs. And it's so exciting to have them. All right, is that the final one? Yeah, that's the almost final one. So you can see right there, just in this map alone, as you're looking at this, just in this map alone, all the little details that we have put in. Do you see the little caves down at the base of the rises, Cameramendi? Do you see some of those little caves that are on there? If you look really carefully, you can see them. Do you see the large hole that is in the northeast?
Zoom in on this.
Yes, isn't that cool? And the wonderful tree that is there. And I can't remember who suggested it. I have it somewhere, but someone suggested we need to have a tower under construction, which of course we do, Cameramendi. If you scroll it, yeah, you're right there. Do you see the bottom corner now of where you are? You see down in the bottom left-hand corner, I think it is right there. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's actually more in the center, yes. So tower under construction. There's already Easter eggs being built into the town of Ethholm for Guys and Gags. And we are very excited.
What's happening right here?
What's wrong? I can't.
There's Oh, that's right. It's very small.
It's hard for me to
It's just
see.
very pink and white. We'll have to figure that out.
What are you talking about, pink and white?
Right? I'll show it to you
It's
afterwards.
probably flowers.
Oh.
It's a
Okay.
garden.
Oh, I see.
Yes,
Okay.
a garden. It's very
Okay.
pink and white.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, it's looking incredible. I'm sure there
Yeah,
are.
well, and Edvard is just one of my favorite in terms of map
What is this
makers.
hole?
That's a tale in the telling. And of course, you can
Mm.
see Raju's hut there up on the hill. And if you know, you know.
Oh, there it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
Raju's hut. And one of our artworks looks from Raju's hut down towards Etholm, and you can see the lake in the background, and you can see the citadel, the small keep that they have built. It's very wonderful to have it all sort of integrated and tying together.
Very nice.
All right, so cameraman D,
That's, I think, our show.
that's our show. My friends, thank you for joining us again. It may be harder for me to send you invites, so you might have to just remember. I don't know how that's going to work going forward. I'm going to do my best to figure it out as we can. But normally we invite, the entire group to this.
Oh, hey, this is good. Sorry, Michelle reminded me that today Luke is DMing
That's right.
a really special game on Gen Con TV to celebrate the 50th anniversary.
You know what? You should bring it up. We have it in the Facebook. You could do it real quick.
I
That could
wonder
be
if
our
I
last
can
thing.
figure out, does anyone know how to raid someone else's channel?
I don't think you can.
People raid our channel.
Yeah, but I think you can't raid somebody when they're running a game.
No. All it does is it makes it so that way people who are watching our stream can go straight to their stream.
Well, they don't start until 2:00, I think.
Oh.
Or maybe it's noon. Is it noon, Michelle? Do you remember? Anyway, Luke is game
Let me see if I
mastering.
can find
Stefan
it.
Picorni and Ann Carlton are in there, and some of our other friends. I mean, it's really, really fun. It looks like it's going to be a blast.
Let me see if I can pull it
So,
up.
yeah, it's on. I think I shared it.
Luke got gaps.
Actually, if you look at
I'm just going to Luke's Facebook page.
oh, well, he might not have it there. There it is. That's it right there.
Hold on.
Excellent job, cameraman D.
There we are.
Yes, there they are. The bunch of crazies.
So yeah, that is, let's look at the details. 10 a.m. Pacific time. So,
Noon.
okay. Well,
Noon? No, 11.
it
Oh, it's
is
got to be
11.
starting right now.
It's starting right now. Yeah.
Well, you need to get your butts over there and watch that. Forget us.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get us out of here right now,
Yes.
cameraman D. My friends, thank you for
Wait. Someone put this in the chat. So do I just put this into the chat and that's what I do? Sorry. They said there's a command. Sorry, guys, I don't know what I'm doing. That's like the key to everything that we do here at Gooey Tube. So
The key is that we don't know anything about what we're doing.
okay, let me know if this works. Oh, wait. Oh wait, do I just take out the parentheses? I'm sorry.
Okay.
May all your adventures be sticky. This is hilarious. Okay. There we go.
I don't know what you're doing.
Wait. No, it does not allow us to raid. I'm sorry. So just go to Gen Con TV and check it out. I tried.
Friends, we'll see you next week. Thank you very much for your friendship, your support, your goofy shenanigans, your snarky comments, and most of all your wonderful upliftingness. I don't know even how to say that. It has been amazing. May all your adventures be sticky, friends. Say goodbye, cameraman D.
Bye.
We'll see you soon.